I'm Jim Hababnavajibjob.
And I'm Shirley Sprinklehofer.
Tonight we have a real doozer of a show for you.
Yes, we will be speaking with members of the Harlem Globetrotters as well as Charles Lindbergh, who flew across the Atlantic.
Later we will catch up with Todd Deploratory, who will go behind the gloves with Jack Dempsey and Tommy Givens before the big fight.
For now, we'll send it over to Joshy Smithers, who's there live with the Harlem Globetrotters. Joshy.
Hi! I'm standing here with Walter Toots Wright and Goose Tatum, two of the trickiest ballers I've ever seen in my life, yo. Oh boys, how'd the first season go?
Season went surprisingly well, racking up a total of 101 wins out of 171 games. Pay wasn't so bad either, making $75 per game. That is if you were a starter, which Goose and I were very familiar with, am I right?
Now Toots, what prompted the change in your team's name from the Chicago Globetrotters to the Harlem Globetrotters?
Well, first of all, Joshy, our owner, Abe Saperstein, wanted to capitalize on having an all-black traveling basketball team. Because right now there isn't any other all-black team. Also, having the name Harlem on our jerseys and playing in Chicago indicates that we travel far and wide for our games.
And Harlem is also the hub of our culture in America. And having Harlem written on our jerseys is a direct indicator of what our team is made of and the culture that is part of it. Because professional basketball is strictly whites only, we hope with this black travel team we will eventually break the color barrier.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys. One more thing. Would you guys mind showing us some of your moves?
Sure thing, Joshy. Let's hit it.
Oh!
Alright, pick it back up.
That was the bee's knees. Back to you, Jim. Thanks for their insight on the Harlem Globetrotters, Joshy. I sure wish I could ball like those boys.
Oh, me too, Jim. Me too. Up next, we'll be talking with Charles Lindbergh, who flew across the Atlantic, right after a brief message from our sponsors.
Gonna strike you out!
Luck, I'm really good.
Oh, man.
Told you.
Hey, nice hit, kid.
Guys, look at Babe Ruth!
Well,
What do you got there, babe?
this just happens to be a home run of a candy bar.
Wow, can I have one? Thanks. Oh boy. Wow, it's nutty delicious.
That baby keeps me going.
Try
Try
a Baby Ruth today.
Gets you going.
And we're back with Charles Lindbergh, talking about his amazing journey across the Atlantic. How are you doing today, Charles?
Not too shabby, Shirley. Thanks for asking.
So, Charles, what sparked your interest to be the first solo pilot and fly across the Atlantic?
Well, I learned to fly in the Army as a United States mail carrier. Raymond Ordick, a New York hotelier, told me about the $25,000 prize to be the first solo pilot to fly nonstop from New York to Paris.
Well, how did this idea come into action, and how did you afford this trip?
I received financial support from St. Louis businessmen, and we worked to build a single-engine plane named the Spirit of St. Louis. The plane then performed a test flight from San Diego to New York before taking off on a long journey.
So, when did this flight take place, and how long did it last, Charles?
The flight itself only took one day, May 20th to the 21st of 1927. I only equipped myself with the necessary supplies that would last the duration of the trip: 4 sandwiches, 2 canteens of water, and 451 gallons of gas.
As I recall, this trip did not had the best flying conditions. Tell us about it.
Yes, there did happen to be a slight sleet storm, and the sleet began to cling to the plane. This could have been life-threatening, and I had to make the decision to keep going or turn back. I told myself I must keep going and persevere through the storm, and in the end, I'm glad I did.
What a remarkable journey. Thank you for coming on the show, Charles.
No, thank you. It was a real pleasure to be here.
You can also check out Charles's new book, We, which tells the story of his confident young aviator. In stores now. Pick up a copy today.
Now we head over to Shelby, Montana, where Todd Deploratory is standing in live at the pre-fight press conference with Jack Dempsey and Tommy Givens.
To you, Todd.
Jack Dempsey and Tommy Givens are taking part in a fight that has been dubbed the Big Fight tomorrow on none other than America's birthday. And I had the honor of sitting in a press conference with them earlier today. Here's how it went down. Mr. Givens, how does it feel knowing that you're the underdog in this fight? Most people are predicting Dempsey to win the fight.
Well, I talked to my brother Mike last night, asking him what the World Championship fight was like when he was in it. He told me that the fight was like no other he had ever been in, and whether I was the favorite or the underdog, all bets were off when I stepped into the ring. So I wouldn't say I'm the underdog, and soon, after this fight, the whole world will know my name.
Dempsey, some have said that you have cheated when you beat Jess Willard to claim the World Heavyweight Championship. How have these acquisitions affected your preparation for this fight?
Well, Todd, all I have to say is that those acquisitions are complete bull. They have not affected my preparations in the slightest. I can't sing and I can't dance, but I can lick any SOB in this house. It's what I've always said, and it still holds true today. I will fight, I will win, there's no doubt in my mind.
Dempsey, how did it feel to get such a welcoming to the town of Shelby when you got on the train, off the train?
To be honest, it was amazing to see. It really made me feel like I'm up there with Red Grange, Bobby Jones, Bill Tilden, and Babe Ruth, the other members of the Big Five I'm so proudly part of. But no, really, it was great to get that kind of welcome in this wonderful town.
Gibbons, are you at all intimidated by the renowned fame and incredible boxing record of your opponent?
To be honest, the record speaks for itself. It's darn good. But am I intimidated? No. Will it be nice to add a loss to that record? Yes.
Well, that about sums it up, folks. Tune in tomorrow night and I will fill you in on every blow of the big fight.
One come all to the Gatsby Manor tonight. No invitation needed. Bring all your friends. Flappers, music, and alcohol galore. If you're looking for a good time, come over to Gatsby's. All night, every night. Located on the West Egg. Just come on in and open the door. That's all we have for our show tonight, folks. Stay tuned tomorrow night when we meet elite football superstar Newt Rockney and Red Grange. We might even talk to Helen Willis, an all-star tennis champion. Habab Navajivjov, out.
Nighty night, all you sports fans out there. This is Sprinklehofer. Till tomorrow, stay classy.